Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back once again to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today we're going to be taking a look at something special that Fly-by-Wire Simulations has for us. We're going to be taking a look at the A380 teaser. It's an external model and they actually modeled a custom airport fly-by-wire field. So we're in the beautiful Fly-by-Wire A320, a fantastic and free mod. If you haven't checked this out, what are you doing with your life? Take a look at it. We're in descent now. The field, actually, you can just see it below us there. So we're going to go ahead and descend, do some circles around the field, and go see what's inside of that hangar right down there. And we'll clean up our airplane. Landing lights are off, spoilers are in, flaps are coming up. Seatbelt sign is on. What a great looking airplane. So for those of you who don't know, just a little overall while we're taxiing back here, the Fly-by-Wire A320, which is what we're flying right now, we just landed, is it's basically just a product of love, if I'm gonna just boil it down. But what it is, it's a completely free to you modification of the default Asobo A320, which was very bare bones, missing a whole lot of stuff. Excuse me. If I'm ever doing a flight in the A320, it's in the fly-by-wire, hands down. There is so much extra goodness added to this airplane that to go back, there was a short period where the fly-by-wire one was not working for a lot of folks. A very brief period, but I tried going back to the default Asobo and I couldn't. I just went and flew other stuff, played DCS for a little bit. But this is such a good airplane. I've done a little bit of an overview on the airplane. I have not gone in depth. I've done a startup video on this airplane, so be sure to check those out if you are interested in this, once again, completely free mod. But we're not here today to talk about the A320, despite it being great. We're here to talk about that little guy, that big guy in the hangar over there. So, Fly-by-Wire for a while now has been working on an A380 mod for Flight Sim. And they recently released in the Fly-by-Wire installer a download for Kilo Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey, KFBW, FBW Fly-by-Wire, the manufacturers of this mod, and soon to come A380 mod. So they added this airport in the middle of the desert. It's just east of San Diego. And it's just kind of a little overview, a little look-see at the new A380 mod with the Christmas hat on there. As far as I know, it's just an external mod. I don't think you can actually look inside of the airplane yet. It is a work in progress, but we appreciate any and all cool little things you can see. We're going to park in this hangar here, this cool little fly-by-wire hangar over here. We're actually going to try to power back. I don't know if the A320 Neo can really excuse me, I got something in my throat. Don't know if the A320neo can really power back, but we're sure as heck gonna give it a shot here. Reversers. All right, reverser set to full. Yeah, we got backward movement. I'll take it. Big sun glint. And there we are, parked up, nice and gentle. Reverser's off. And let's finish our shutdown here. We will go park brake on, taxi lights. Oh, we're frozen. Thank you, Flight Sim. Taxi lights off, APU bleed on. Strobes are set to auto, so we'll leave those. Engine 1 and engine 2 off. And we'll shut off our transponder. We're gonna leave everything else as it is. So, let's hop out of this very nice free mod of today. God, that looks good. I changed live time just so we could get a little bit of a sunset. It's just after 4 p.m. on the West Coast right now. Doesn't that just look nice? That's, oh wow, that's thumbnail material right there. Well, we're not here to look at this though. I keep saying that. Let's go look at the Airbus, the 380. Right, and here we are, moving over to the A380. Cue that SpongeBob music with the burger in the background. Okay, I'm done with that. And again, just to reiterate, this is completely and totally free. This is the A380X mod. I don't think the X is actually a real aircraft. Airbus actually, unfortunately, recently ended the A380, one of the shortest lifespans of any aircraft that we've seen. But here it is, Christmas hat and all. So yeah, it does look like it's just going to be an external mod, although over here I do see a little cockpit we can maybe look at, but we'll get to that in a second. What a wing. Anyway, let's take a look at some of the external details and what those entail. And you're going to have to pardon my key clacking here. It's the only way I can get around my controllers over on the dock charging. So this landing gear looks amazing. I was talking about the Asobo A320 versus the fly-by-wire, and I thought it was pretty much the same external model. Obviously, Asobo or Microsoft, anybody didn't do anything with an A380. So this is all hand built from the ground up. It looks great. Looks absolutely great. That's the nose landing gear. Lots of appropriate air exchangers and discharges. Never actually been up close to an A380. I've seen a few from a distance. Never actually been up close, so I can't attest too much to the accuracy here. There are a few little bits and pieces that could use some work. So obviously you've got this little floating guy here. The textures aren't quite great, especially on the tires. But then so you look at other stuff like this landing gear door here. I think this is a finished texture, and this looks very, very, very good. So, and again, this is all work in progress. It's not in any way, shape, or form representative of the final product. Going up through the landing gear door, you can see the main landing gear, not spar, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, anyway, the center structure for the main landing gear, one of the main landing gear on the 380. Nice little beacon in place there. The engines look very good. Wow, look at that. You can actually see the individual carbon fiber weave on the back of, what is this, a Trent engine? I think it's a Rolls-Royce of some kind on the A380. That looks very nice, doesn't it? I'm trying to zoom into the point where you get artifacting on this exhaust cone. There it is. I mean, when are you ever going to be looking at an exhaust cone on a virtual airplane this close? Even this close. And I mean, this looks astounding from that distance. So I'd say props there. You can obviously see your bypass section and then your combustion section. Clip through it. See, stuff like this. Why do they need to model this centered blisk section? You're not going to see it because of the cone over it, but it's modeled. What the heck? That's so cool. So we're in the combustion section here. We're just, oh no, we're just outside of the combustion section in the bypass section here. There's the, I'm guessing that's the first stage compressor just behind the fan blades, I'm correct. So on the airplane, when you're looking into the engine, there's that first stage compressor. Where's my mouse? First stage compressor just behind the main fan blade there. And again, you've got this very nice carbon fiber weave. Then looking aft through the high bypass area. A380 only has inboard thrust reversers, so the number, what is that, number 2 and number 3 engines should be the only ones with thrust reversers. So you can see that nice line going down the cowl, I would imagine, is where your thrust, actually no, on the 380 I think it's the rear section. Let's go over to the number 4 engine. And it looks the same, but rest assured, I know for a fact only the inboard 2 engines on the A380 are thrust reverse capable. I've seen handful of them land. Let's look at some of the wing detail. We looked at the left-hand side navigation light. That looks like a very, very nice strobe light there. A little weird ball in the middle. I personally would admit that I can't really speak to the accuracy of it, because again, I've never seen it up close, but that looks very nice there. Winglets, good as expected. Very nice detail on the static wicks. Very nice detail. Again, when are you ever going to be this close to this airplane in flight? You know, most of your, I almost said insert views, your external cool, crazy views, they're going to be, you know, something like this. Or, you know, looking at the tail down sort of deal, kind of like this. So, I mean, from most distances, it looks very good. Twin beacons on the top. I believe that is true to life on the A380, just because the fuselage is so large. If you are here, we can no longer see that other beacon. So you have to be basically above the aircraft at this point, or at least above the second deck in order to see that second beacon. I believe, again, that's true to life. I'm not a Airbus expert though, so don't quote me on it. Landing lights, yet to be modeled, it would appear. They've got the glass down, but no actual element in there. Leading edge slats, they look to be at least partially done. You can see the track there. Obviously it needs a little bit of polish yet. And again, this is basically just a visual demo for those of us who have known about this mod for a little bit and are super excited to see it in person. Well, as in person as you can get in flight sim. Elevator looking very nice. The real A380, the elevator does droop like this when there's not active hydraulic power on the airplane. Split fin rudder. Looks like they're both deflecting to the left. Got our rear APU, and I believe there's a strobe light, or a navigation light. Maybe it's a nav strobe combo on the bar for aft section of the empennage. Very nice texturing with the metals there. Looks very cool. Nice little Christmas theme. This is being filmed shortly into January 2022, so I know some people who keep their Christmas trees up crazy late, so we'll let it go. Not my thing, but to each their own. When we hop over to the cockpit here, this is their work in progress cockpit. Pretty good looking. I mean, it's the same textures and quality that we see with the A320 that we just flew in. Just needs a few more displays, an autopilot, an overhead panel, and it'll be good to go. And you can even see, this is so cool. They modeled the, not cannon, oh yeah, they'd be cannon plug type connections coming out for the floorboards to be connected to. They even got, geez, look at this. See, this is stuff you're never going to see, and maybe they just did it for this demo, but I mean, they literally have the cables coming from your instruments to go to what I would assume would be an air data computer of some kind. That's crazy. That's crazy. Airworthiness certificate, fly-by-wire A380 work in progress. And this is exciting. It looks like we're going to have a working door maybe, or at least a door that's open on the A380, so when you're in the cockpit, in the PIC seat or in the jump seat. So here's your PIC perspective. Look back. Yeah, you'll be able to see in the cabin area, and if you're in the jump seat like we are now, similar deal. That's pretty cool. Nice detail on that secondary headset. Some, I don't know, binders, empty binders, it would appear. But that's looks like that's about it. Again, this is completely and totally free, the mod itself. You know, I appreciate, you know, the fact that they actually put this in the sim. I mean, it's just a level of detail, even on this hangar. I mean, Jesus, Asobo, their default hangar when you're setting up in the beginning is not this detailed. They've got desks with individual names. They look to be usernames, but I'm assuming these are individual people. This is so cool. This is so cool. Little phone box there. Oh, we've got a sign. Welcome to our hangar. These are static models that do not represent the final product. Take a close look at the bevels and edges of the exterior. The cockpit has some work still to do. As you will see, the models shown will be updated as significant work is done. Enjoy, Fly-by-Wire Team. Thank you, Fly-by-Wire Team. Very, very nice looking hangar. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. Let's take a look here. I think this is part of the A320 that they're working on. That's that looks to be a LEAP 1A engine. Are they doing more work on the A320? Yeah, that's a sharklet up there. This looks to be part of the A320. Wow, look at that engine though. Being able to see through the, we're gonna go back to the, no, this isn't the LEAP 1A, this is the new engine. 1B, I think? Because you can tell because it has a little bulge on the lower section of the cowl. So, I mean, this is something new they're working on. I'll have to check in on that myself. It's news to me. No lighting modeled on the sharklet, but that's all right. Anyway, let's do a quick scan through the rest of the airport here. I don't think there's much else. Our hangar over there with our aircraft is empty. We've got some default flight sim generic traffic, a TBM, the Asobo A320. I think that's about it, unless they put some Easter eggs in here. Little Jeep, nope. Nothing there. Big old crane on top. Parking lot out here. An unmarked stop sign. This is pretty cool. There's a little fly-by-wire sign by the hangar entrance. So I mean, some substantial effort went into this hangar. You know, this isn't you know, just a slap down and go job. This is very close to something you'd consider being payware almost, in my opinion. So, but oh, look at this, dude! Look at this. Zoom out here. They got a little atrium modeled here. So this is the main entrance. So you'd come in the main entrance. Fly-by-wire. I'm wondering if at night, let's go to the weather here. At does. Look at that. So those lights come on and it lights up the atrium. You've got what look to be Christmas trees made out of engine parts. I'm assuming that's a compressor out of something. It's not axial though because of this base point here, but still very cool. Wow, look at that. And then you come into the hangar and boom, there's the A380 waiting to be explored, which we've already done. Anyway, last thing I want to look at is compare the Leap 1As to the 1B that we just looked at over here. So let me do that. Where are you? There you are. So things to look at is your thrust reverser flaps here. The 1B also has this protruding, I don't know what you want to call this, but it basically comes down from the pylon and extends out, as well as the big, the big hump here. So let's go back to our 320. Oh, I was mistaken. The 1A also has it. It's a little bit different though. No thrust reversing flaps that we can see. Let's go ahead and open our thrust reversers actually. Oh wait, I need control. There we go. So the thrust reverser's open. And just the whole cowl slides back and reveals the reversing thrust section. And then there's no hump. Oh, there's a little bit of a hump on the 1A. I think it's more pronounced on the 1B. And it's a larger exhaust cone section. It also looks like a slightly slimmer engine. But anyway, guys, this video's gotten drawn out enough. I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you very much for watching. Check out Fly-by-Wire if you haven't. What are you doing? If you like flight sim, and you like airliners, it's a free airplane. Check it out. It is a little bit of a higher learning curve, but please don't let that dissuade you. There's plenty of videos that I have made, that other YouTubers have made on this airplane to learn how to fly it, learn how to work the systems. Heck, I'm still learning, guys. So don't let that dissuade you. I'm going to sign off here, though. I'm rambling at this point. So thank you very much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next video. And as always, take it easy.